Transformer spots ever created. Mythological beings with unique abilities. Every Transformer spot can be traced back to one of the original 13. When their descendants are pulled into a seismic battle, the Primes awaken in a new age. Prima Prime, leader of the Primes, warrior of light. Solus Prime, the maker, wielder of the Forge. Megatronus, the fallen, the most powerful Prime.
Welcome, Transformers fans! So excited here to kick off the Age of the Primes toy line for our 25 and 26 years. Just a spectacular array of characters. We got the 13 Primes, we got descendants of those 13 Primes, we got Titan figures, we got Commander figures. We're gonna get right into it because there's an enormous amount of product here to kick off, and I cannot wait to get into the deets here. As you can see behind me, the beautiful Pantheon image of the 13 Primes that's featured on all the sides of the packages. It actually lets you know what character is descendant from which Prime. This is going to be outrageous, and this is the first time you're able to collect the 13 Primes for your shelf. To start it all off, for our deluxe segment, Fugitive Waspinator here, coming right out of the TF animated series. As you can see, looks stellar in his new colors. Great poison green with the new head sculpt, comes with the thrusters, comes with the stinger. Arch nemesis to the Bumblebee in that series. Worked with Yuya-san at Takara Tomy. Did an absolutely spectacular job on this alt mode. Wicked cool item. And this is going to be, to start off, our bloodline leads all the way back to Micronus Prime for this Waspinator. Next up for our deluxe segment, we have Solus Prime, one of the 13 Primes. She's the Forge Master of the group. She's actually made a bunch of the artifacts that go along with all the other Primes. As you can see here, she actually does have her Forge Hammer. There's actually a grenade that comes off the bottom of the Forge Hammer because she's a very, very powerful Transformer. Obviously, one of the gods, basically, of the 13. As you can see, her new alt mode that's never been seen before is basically a Cybertronian off-road car. Looks really stellar. Worked with Yuya-san over at Takara Tomy for this item, and could not be more pleased with how this came out. The colors look stellar. She actually has a look like her Machinima series look, but we actually took in a bunch of the comic art and a bunch of other sequences that showcase her look, and we combined them all to put out this product right here. Super excited about the thick tires, just a really fun character here. So flying right here into our deluxe segment is none other than Aerial Bot Slingshot. I worked with Hisui-san on this character. He is straight out of the animated series. All of his coloring, his styling, everything. For those of you who don't know, but I'm sure you all do, he actually is the left arm of Superion, which he'll split apart just like the Menasor skeleton with Silverbolt. So please collect all the aerial bots. You're not going to want to miss out on the combiner. He looks great. He has his two blasters, multiple 5mm ports to fit with those blasters. All of his nice decals on the actual jet mode, just looking absolutely spectacular. He actually does have a bloodline back to Alpha Trion. So also our last deluxe here as a part of Wave 1 is Aerial Bot Air Raid. As you can see, his look is straight out of the G1 animation. Worked with Hisui-san on this character. Really looks stellar. Such a cool jet mode, modeled after the F-16, which is such a fast jet. He does have the landing gear. He also comes with the two blasters. just like his member Slingshot. He does form the leg to Superion for the Combiner. I cannot wait for you guys to get all of the aerial bot team together. Him with the Commander Silverbolt are just going to look spectacular together on your shelf. So please collect all these aerial bots and you will not be disappointed. So here to kick off the Voyager segment is none other than Armada Red Alert from the Armada series. I know everyone's been collecting all the Armada characters from the main cast of that cartoon series, which was great, really fun series. You can see here in his ambulance mode, he actually has his accessory fold-out blaster. He has 2 bits and bots that fit into his arm. He has storage for all the weaponry. He has an awesome decal on both sides of the wagon here. That's like all of our other Red Alerts. It just looks stellar. So to complete the Voyager wave here, none other than Prima Prime. The first of the 13 Primes, the Warrior of Light. Comes with his Star Saber artifact, has the Creator Matrix in his hilt. His chest does open, and it does fit the Creator Matrix inside of it. His alt mode, for the first time ever seen, is a Cybertronian land vehicle. There will be some ops on those side back fenders that I do not have on this sample because they're early. Worked with Yuya-san over at Takara Tomy on this guy. As you can see, his head sculpts from the G1 animated series. The Star Saber sword came out great. He actually has an individual identifier on the artifact. All of our 13 primes have their own faction symbols, so you have to collect them all. So to kick off our leader segment is our lovable Dinobot leader, Grimlock here. As you can see, comes with Wild Boy Wheelie. Wild Boy on Quintesson. I was super excited about getting that color scheme for Wild Boy Wheelie in here. So this is the G2 coloring of Grimlock. I believe Hasui-san over at Takara Tomy worked on this item when it was first released in the Studio Series selection. This is looking just drop dead gorgeous in this blue. He also comes with his double blaster. He does have translucent for his neck, which does have a silver op underneath to give it that awesome G1 toy effect. He does have his G2 symbols on the backs of his legs. I'm not sure if you could see that, but that is clutch. Yeah, just a great mold, great coloring. He's definitely a must-have for all the G2 Dinobots. Hopefully we can get them all done. I think we can. So to complete our leader wave here, none other than the showstopper, Megatronus the Fallen. One of the 13 primes, a very important prime. Megatron obviously has idolized this prime. So Megatronus comes with his ancient artifact, the Requiem Blaster. His Energon is so powerful that it stays ignited. So you do have blast effects that come with this character. So his alt mode is this crazy militarized tank here. The blast effects do fit on the alt mode. As you can see, the Requiem Blaster does extend to be the gun turret. This character just came out spectacular. Shout out to Yuya-san over at Takara Tomy for working on this guy. So here we have our commander item for 2025 is none other than Commander Silverbolt, the leader of the aerial bots. And he has a lot of things going on here. He does come with an extra thruster here. Worked with Hasui-san on this item. Now this thruster does not appear in the G1 episodes, but his look is straight out of the G1 episodes. As you can see, Combiner Skeleton is coming from that thruster. And then his main third mode is the chest of the Superion bot. He does have Slingshot and Air Raid on him. As you can see, when you do attach the aerial bots to the legs, they do close ever so beautifully. Just such a satisfying feel. The thruster also comes into another mode, which is a gun turret mode, which is something that we've done with a lot of the other commanders. So this was very clutch to do. As you can see, probably for the first time ever, he comes with his accurate rifle, which is really cool. All the paint applications for this guy came out outstanding. Hasui-san did such a beautiful job on this transformation. Very, very simplistic, fantastic. You have to collect them all to make Superion look as if he's walking right out of the screen onto your shelf. And just to show off the beautiful box art that our packaging team did put together for Silverbolt. You can see his combiner mode on the back and all the other modes. Great illustration on the side. On the top, you do get the entire Pantheon image of the Energon well with all of the 13 primes. All right, here we have a big moment. Here is our Titan, our 13th prime, Star Optimus. What better way to celebrate the 13 primes than to have the God Prime of the 13? Here he is in his 3 modes here. He also comes with his micro trailer with a MicroMaster hot rod that does transform. You can see he fits into the chest. His ancient artifact is a Zodiac orb that is also in his chest. This is the miracle artifact that rebirthed Optimus to life in the Japanese continuity. Can I get that out of there? There it is in all of his glory here. It's got the individual faction on it. Worked with Shusan over at Takara Tomy on this guy. For the first time ever, he has like an Energon bullet that is removable. All the illustrations of this guy always has all the shells and clips flying everywhere. This dude is so mecha anime. I absolutely love it. His battle station mode, you can see he comes with an array of blast effects that are all shot in this metallic colors, which came out spectacular. He does have a gun turret here that does swivel around, that the MicroMaster hot rod does fit on. This is a full-fledged battle station for the 13 primes, ready to rock. He also has a tread unit on the back of his legs that does roll. Not like the original toy that was motorized, but it does have an amazing feature of rolling here, which is great. It's really nice. This vehicle mode, this thing is coming right out of the space, and it is looking great. He's got a huge ion blaster cannon, multiple gun turrets everywhere. I forgot about the accessory. He comes with a hilt of a matrix that is basically extended to create a hilt for the blast effects here that are all on 5mm ports. This huge blast effect comes off, and you can fit all the other blast effects on here to basically build a little Energon saber for battle. This dude is highly articulated. Whew. Titan Star Optimus is ready to complete your 13 primes collection. He's 15 inches tall, just stands ever so powerfully. And here he is in all of his glory. Let me turn back his chest there, looking great. And there you have our first wave of the Age of the Prime segment for 25 and 26. A lot of hard work went into this segment, and just over time, over the years, you always hear about the 13 primes in every cartoon, every movie. It's going to be so satisfying to clear a shelf, make those 13 primes happen, and then please get together with all your collector buddies and start really talking about who's the descendant to who and why. What are those characters' personas and traits? Dive into the Transformers universe with me. And we're going to be really, really diving deep in this 2-year segment of Age of the Primes. And we also have a collab that I'm going to be showing off, which I'm pretty excited about. Let's get into that. So here we have Transformers and Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration. You have Wingtail here, and you have Blue Booster. These are both Autobots in the Transformers Universe. You can see a cool accessory that really comes along with this item. It's a little jewel. It does spin. You have star power and the Autobot symbol on the other side, which is really cool. You can spin it at the top here. It does come with a ring shield. Of course, you got to collect all your gold rings, but it's very cool that this is also doubles as an Energon shield that can go on Blue Booster here. Obviously inspired by the Speedstar vehicle that Sonic the Hedgehog does go very extremely fast in, and also the wingtail is inspired by the tornado biplane seen in some of the cartoons and the video games. It also comes with a little thruster here. You can see that's also a nice little accessory. It does have a blast effect on it that you can utilize with a lot of other Transformer items, but this is very cool. Utilizes as a weapon for Wingtail in battle. Since he's joining the Transformers universe, he's ready to battle some Decepticons. These are very fun items. I love that we can dive into other universes here, especially the Sonic the Hedgehog universe, because these two are ready to battle. Welcome, Nate.
Thank you, Mark. Always a pleasure to be here. Just going to give some of the marketing beats.
I need the info.
I think let's start off with the most important information. When can you order these? So that's going to be Transformers Tuesday, December 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Going to be available at Hasbro Pulse, but also everywhere toys are sold.
Yes.
Only exception is the Sonic collab, which is a Target exclusive with limited quantities on Hasbro Pulse. Again, Transformers Tuesday, December 10th. 1 p.m. Eastern. You guys should be pretty familiar with how we operate. But just want to kind of give some more transparency. So Age of the Primes in 2025 alone, 22 different figures, which is wild. Really launching this all-new segment in a really powerful way. We've got 3 waves in Deluxe, April, July, and October. Voyager, the same 3 waves, April, July, and October. And then Leader, 2 waves in April and October. Again, on-shelf date subject to change, but that's what we're aiming for. 22 figures,
yes.
Superion, all in 1 year, all in 2025.
All in 1 year.
So we're not going to make you wait this time around.
Not at all.
So really excited about everything we've got here. But I think that's the big beats.
Glorious, man. The age of the Primes commences.
That's right. December 10th, again, 1 p.m. Eastern, Hasbro Pulse, and everywhere toys are sold with the Target exclusive Sonic. And I think that's all we got from here. Thanks again for your time.
Till all are one.
Till all are one. All right, appreciate it.